Hi guys! It is time for the March Bookopoly. I'm not going to be on camera this time because I'm still fighting being sick. I've been sick for like 2 months now with one of the older, not as severe coronavirus strains. So I'm not going to be on camera. I didn't want to get my appearance together, but I didn't want to skip this video because I skipped it the last couple months because I've been mood reading. So we're going to do it. Let's get to it. I have my piece where it was, I believe, the last time I did it. So, which was the third person marker. And I'm going to be rolling 4 books. Woo. All right, the first roll was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is a kids or middle grade. If I remember correctly, I assume so because it's a Pokemon. So I believe this is kids or middle grade. So let's go pick out a kids or middle grade, which I'm actually kind of excited for because I'm not often in the mood for them, so I don't often read them. But that means it's been a long time since I read one, so it actually will mix things up, and I think that will be a good choice. So let's go see what we got. All right, so my middle grade are all in a cluster. Some of these aren't middle grade, but the rest of these are. I haven't read any of these, of this trilogy. And then I haven't read these two. I haven't finished this. I started it and then I soft DNF'd it. But these are my newest. However, Sophie Anderson wrote one of my favorite middle grades, which was The House with Chicken Legs. So I think I'm gonna go with the Sophie Anderson. The problem is, which one do I want to read? I have The Girl Who Speaks Bear and The Castle of Tangled Magic. I like the art of this one better. I really don't know much about either, which is why I'm not saying too much. I know that, yeah, this is about an abandoned baby and she always wondered where she was from. And I'm assuming she speaks bear, but I'm not gonna read that whole thing while you guys watch. Whereas this one, isn't this where like it has a ton of different rooms that are, or am I making this up? I might be making it up. She steps through a doorway that discovers another land, a land tangled with magic. I'm leaning towards, I'm gonna say Castle of Tangled Magic, just so we don't draw this out forever because I'm the most indecisive person on the planet. So we're gonna go with this for our first read. Okay, I rotated the board since we're gonna be over here next, and let's roll book number 2. All right, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is our, this is a TBR pile. Oh, sorry, it's sort of off camera, but it's my TBR pile. So these are all books that I have on my shelf or authors that I have on my shelf already. So let's see what it is. The Book of Accidents. All right, this is a big book in my opinion. You know, it's on the thicker side. So hopefully we can get through this all, depending on what the other books are. But it's funny because the last 2 months, both months, I almost picked up this book. So let me grab that one and tell you what that's about, and then we can do roll number 3. All right, book number 2 is The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. And this one I've heard, like, it starts, the first half sort of feels like a haunted house book, but then like the second half is more like, I don't know how to explain it, like interdimensional portal horror, but that's just something I heard in a video. I'm not sure. The synopsis mentions, like, in the past, multiple things that happened in this house, and now the family is a man who I think used to live in the house, or at least in the town, is moving back with his family, and the past is starting to repeat itself with some creepy things that happened when he was a child. So it should be good. I love horror. It's longer than I wanted to pick up this month, but we'll do it, and hopefully I enjoy it. I've heard good and bad things. I've heard, the negative things I've heard were people being like, oh, I wasn't expecting it to be so out there, like the horror elements and stuff, so they didn't like it because it wasn't what they expected and everything, and it's not what they were looking for, but that's absolutely the type of thing I'm looking for. So hopefully I enjoy it because of that rather than disliking it. So yeah, that's book number 2. Okay, roll number 3. 2. 1, 2. Okay, a TBR vet. Ooh. All right, I definitely have options for that, obviously. I'm really bad about leaving books on my shelves for a long time. So let's go see what we're feeling like for TBR vet. Okay, so for TBR vet, I honestly have quite a few. All of these have been on my shelf for a while. I've got some Book of the Month books I've had for a long time. Chain of Iron, I have had since it came out. Many of these, not that one, but all of those. And then I have some down there, but I'm leaning towards, oh, and like all of these. I'm leaning towards The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, which I think I'm going to choose. This one is one of those mysteries, I think historical mystery, but involves like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde people, Sherlock Holmes, and just a ton of those. I think, yeah, the main character is Mary Jekyll, and her father was murdered, and she wants to solve a case to get some money. And yeah, she meets Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, Edward Hyde, and his daughter Diana. And that's all I know. I didn't thoroughly read the description because I don't want to ruin anything for myself. I want to go in kind of blind. But this has been on my shelf for quite a while, and I know that a lot of people really enjoy this series. So I've been eager to see if I would. So yeah, this is going to be my TBR vet choice. Okay, last roll. Oh no. There we go, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I believe this is an animal on the cover. I really should have a chart, but pretty sure this means an animal on the cover. I don't know if I have one of those, so if I don't, we'll re-roll, but let's go ahead and see if I have one of those. Okay, so the most difficult of all of my rolls, I'm trying not to show the floor because I have like the cat litter box right there and like all the animals' food bags and everything, but this is gonna be difficult. This is a book with an animal on the cover. And it's not that I don't have any, but it's that I think I've read the majority of mine that have animals on the cover. I'm not actually sure how many I have. I mean, that has a bird silhouette, but I really don't want to read a book that long this month, especially when I have the Book of Accidents already on my shelf. I've already read Wolf Song, which has a wolf on it. I don't know if a dragon, I mean, I know a dragon's an animal, but it's a fictional creature, so I don't know if that counts. I mean, that technically has a bear on it, but I'm already reading a Sophie Anderson middle grade. I'm not sure if I want to read both of my Sophie Andersons. Let's see. I don't think any of these would have an animal on them. No. Ooh, I might have to read that Sophie Anderson. Other birds. Does that actually have, oh, that has birds on it. And that's one of my favorite genres, which is magical realism. And it's also fairly short. So this book is about a woman who goes to, someone in her family passes away, and they had a rental unit in this house that's named after birds. But apparently there are many eccentric people living in the house, as well as 3 ghosts and other just weirdnesses, because like I said, it's magical realism, and it's about sort of all of their lives. And Yeah, that's really all I know. And I got it recently and I've really been wanting to read it. So let's go ahead and choose that for my magical realism. All right, here are our books for March. We are going to, I believe this is the order. Let's see, middle grade, Book of Accidents. Yeah, TBR Vet and Animal on the cover. So that's what we are gonna choose to read with Bookopoly. I am also reading Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, I believe it's called. And I'm like 60% done with that already, which is why it's not included in this video or anything. So we're gonna have 5 books, and then if I get those all finished early, obviously, I will have some mood reading after. I know it'll be really late, but I am planning on doing wrap-up videos for both January and February. I've just been waiting till I feel well enough to talk about that many books. I think there's like 14. And yeah, hopefully I'll get enough energy in the near future to do just a mashup wrap-up video for both of those months. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Bye.